Doctor Strange is here, and he's warped the very fabric of the MCU's reality. How does the Sorcerer Supreme's first movie set up the future of the MCU? Find out on Nerdist News, plus a sweet mystical giveaway, so make sure and keep watching. And yeah, major spoilers warning. Spoilers. Magic, sorcery, dimension stuff. With Doctor Strange finally in theaters today, the Marvel Cinematic Universe just got a whole lot bigger, wider, weirder, and trippier. The future of the MCU is looking very different indeed, but how does Doctor Strange set up the rest of Phase 3, Phase 4, and beyond? Let's break it down. This is your final spoiler warning, FYI. We're gonna talk about every detail of the flick. Don't act surprised. So here we go. First things first, the obvious. The Eye of Agamotto is, as we'd theorized, an Infinity Stone, specifically the Time Stone, which means that in order to fully outfit his Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos is going to have to raid Kamar Taj. We'd guess this is what brings Doctor Strange into the plot of the next Avengers flick, and since Wong seems to be much more aware of the Infinity Stones than the new Master of the Mystic Arts, we're guessing that he'll be thrown into the mix as well. Let's just hope that he isn't considered expendable enough to be part of Thanos' inevitable body count. Next, there's a question that's hinted at in one of the after credits tags. We see a brief clip from Thor Ragnarok in which the son of Asgard comes to the Sorcerer Supreme to seek his help in locating his father. Strange only agrees to lend a hand if the whole Asgardian royal family buggers off to their own realm, and Thor concedes, which makes us wonder who holds more authority over Earth's protection, Doctor Strange and the Masters of the Mystic Arts, or the Avengers? With Captain America Civil War hinging heavily on themes of superhero authority, we can't help but wonder whether there'll be some kind of conflict of interest in the future between the two factions. That said, with Kevin Feige confirming recently that he's excited to see Iron Man and Doctor Strange team up together in Infinity War, we're guessing any fallout will be held for Phase 4 or beyond. So about that, what's it going to look like when Strange, who can shift time, astral project, and move between dimensions, fights alongside Iron Man and the rest of the Avengers, most of whom are pretty well stuck punching and kicking in our basic-ass physical plane of existence? Well, Doctor Strange found some pretty solid workarounds, we'd say, that hint at what these fights might look like. For one, Strange himself, luckily, doesn't seem capable yet of warping space the way Caecilius and the Ancient One do, so we shouldn't have to worry about tracking a massive battle scene that's also twisting, turning, and folding in on itself. Instead, we'd guess that Strange will primarily lean on his cloak of levitation, his martial arts, and his magic weapons, like his glowy orange whips and shields. He could also conceivably leave his body behind to take on enemies in astral form, push other heroes' astral forms out of their bodies for protection, or even use the Eye of Agamotto to pause, rewind, and loop action to essentially make sure that the Avengers win any battle they leap into. And on that subject, how much of a part will time shifting play in future Marvel flicks? From what we can tell, Strange can pause time, set it to run backwards or forwards more swiftly, and loop it. He can't randomly travel to another moment in history, but he could make himself or someone else more or less immortal, so long as he was able to use the Eye in time. We could see how Ant-Man and Wasp might find the tool useful for a heist, or how Thor could find it handy while facing the end of the world in Ragnarok. And most of all, we definitely see how it could be an essential tool in felling Thanos. But is there any chance that Marvel could use the Eye to reboot the franchise, should the need ever arise? The first time Strange toys with the Eye of Agamotto and the Book of Cagliostro, got it!
You got it.
That's a toughie. In the film, Mordo and Wong warn him that he could have accidentally broken time and created new branching paths in history. Is this a hint that the Eye could, at some point, create parallel universes in the MCU, like the Ultimate Universe or a rebooted, all-new, all-different Marvel once the current franchise stars run out of steam? Better yet, could all this happen sooner rather than later, giving us a series of Spider-Man films starring Peter Parker and another with Miles Morales, an Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr., and Ironheart with some fresh new talent as Riri Williams? With a huge focus in pumping new blood into the current Marvel Comics slate, we wouldn't be surprised if introducing the Eye in Doctor Strange was a hint at bold new directions the MCU could take in the future. But what do you guys think? Could Marvel use the Eye of Agamotto to create new Pocket Marvel universes? Yeah, because they love money. Who are you most excited to see the Sorcerer Supreme team up with in future Marvel flicks? What'd you think of Doctor Strange? Let's discuss. And we've got a cosmic-sized giveaway from our friends at IMAX. I'm giving away 2 tickets to an IMAX screening, a Doctor Strange mini poster signed by both Benedicts, Cumberbatch and Wong, Rachel McAdams, Mads Mikkelsen, Tilda Swinton, Scott Derrickson, and Kevin Feige himself. And if that wasn't enough, you're going to get your very own Infinity Stone. That's right, a beautiful Eye of Agamotto. We have not confirmed whether its time manipulation capabilities are fully functioning, but we'll leave that up to you. If you want to win this Doctor Strange Super Pack, just click the link to tweet in the post below and tell us what relic would choose you, and the hoary hosts of Hogarth will pick someone at random to win. Well, would you look at that? It's our 3-year Nerdist News birthday today. Woo! Join our live B-Day party on Twitch today, along with our world-famous What the Fridays Video Fest. 3 years old. Oh, how the time flies. We're so old, but looking so good. Check us out at Nerdist.com, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Nerdist news.